Hello and welcome to Birds of Essex for May 2024. And this is the last one we're doing before our summer break.
Are you sure
Oh,
it's summer break, not winter
well,
break?
it
It
feels
feels
like
like,
winter break.
it feels like September. So
Yeah, it's meant to be the summer break, but don't spoil the illusion.
keep
Oh,
going.
it's been so cold, isn't it?
Yeah, we've not got to jump. I mean, normally our May show. Well, I mean, you're in a t-shirt.
I'm always in a t-shirt, to be fair. And I'm in a rather fetching t-shirt, I hasten to add. We'll be showing the merchandise later on, but look at this colour. This is very, very fetching, I think.
Flame, flame,
Flame orange,
flame.
yes. Yeah.
Very nice.
And I thought if I wear this, people are going to be more drawn to this than my face, which has got to be a good thing.
Good.
Hmm,
It matches your suntan, to be honest.
thank you. Yeah.
I
How are you
like my,
anyway? You
my,
okay?
my, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. I can't believe where the
Excellent.
time's gone. It was just like, is it a month since we did this last?
Well, it is, but then you haven't really been here for the last month, and we'll find out why later on. But yeah, it does just yeah. I mean, it always goes quickly. This is the last one. We're going to have a break in June and July, back in August. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So yes, hopefully we're going to have a nice show this evening. We've got a few bits coming up, haven't we, Steve? But first of all, shall we tell people how they can join in with the chat and general merriment and banter and all those kind of things? Let's go. Here we are.
Yeah. So as usual, if you've got any questions, comments, all that sort of stuff, um, our email address is on there. It's ebwstalks@gmail.com. And we say it every month, and we hopefully all those who are watching are subscribed to our channel. If you're not a subscriber, then why not? So there's a bell in the bottom, on the underneath your screen. Click
Down
on
there
that.
somewhere.
Just down below there somewhere, there's a bell. Click on that and you'll subscribe. So when we notifications of new YouTube content from us will be on there. So please do that, and also give us a thumbs up if you're. I mean, you've only seen 2 minutes of it, so
Yeah, but the t-shirt alone has got to be worth a thumbs up, surely.
I agree completely.
I mean,
Does
if we
anyone
check
else agree?
live, I want at least 10 thumbs up for this t-shirt in the next couple of minutes, or I'm going to go home. Although I am already home, so I don't know how that will work. But there we go.
Well, if you haven't got 10 likes in 5 minutes, then we'll shut up shop for the night.
Yeah, I would say I'll take it off, but I'm definitely not doing
No,
that.
please, no, we don't want to be banned from
There'll
YouTube.
be, there'll be lots of thumbs down if that happens.
Exactly.
And we are going to try and check the emails tonight. So normally we miss emails, but on our run sheet, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines on here at various points in big letters saying check emails multiple times across the whole page. So hopefully we will check your emails. But that does bring us on to the first of the first and last actually this month apology. So we've got a little apology from last month, and it's a double apology. So it's an apology to Nico Devro, who sent the picture in. And it's also an apology to you, Steve,
Oh,
because if I'd shown the picture the next morning, you could have gone outside and looked over the road pretty much and seen this little chappie,
Glow Warbler.
Willow Warbler.
So yeah, so for those Nico lives just across the road from me, so that's a really good local bird, especially to get in his garden. So yeah, thanks, Matt.
And he managed to send that picture in live last month to tell us it was literally outside virtually at that moment in time. And I missed it. So it's a month late. I do apologize, Steve. And I apologize, Nico, as well. Sorry. But it's there. And what a lovely bird. They're really, really smart, aren't they?
Yeah, so yeah, not a common bird nowadays in Essex. So really good record that is.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely, definitely. Right. What have we got coming up?
Well, we've got loads of people watching tonight.
Ooh,
I mean, there's
okay.
50 odd people watching tonight. Loads of good evenings and hellos. I'll run very, very quickly through them because we've got an action-packed show tonight. If I'd have pressed the right button, I could read them, but I'm just waiting for the YouTube to load. Oh my word! Thought it was going so well.
What have
Oh,
we got coming up?
well,
Go
that's
on.
not me. Oh, is that all right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. So sorry. So we've got David Gotts, Liz Huxley, Ray Watson, Mike Davis, Annie Meadows, Pete Dwyer, Mo Jackson, Brian Priestley, Mel Shepherd Wells, Kathy Hoskins, Richard Chew, who's watching from abroad. More of that later. Mike O'Hanlon, Paul Daughtry, Tim Davis, Susan Pembroke, Mark B, or Mark and Charlie, Dave Webb, Ron Furman, Sarah Henson Webb, Tim Hayward, Sean
My goodness.
Mulqueen, and Michael. I'm just reading it, and the web page is closed. So
I can tell you haven't got a career in teaching when it comes to calling assembly. To be fair, I don't think you're very good at that. I do apologise.
I'll get detention for that.
100 lines. No, thanks for everyone for watching. Hello everyone. So we said this before, and we're going to say it again. This is going to be a quicker show than normal tonight, because someone has got to get up at what time in the morning?
5. So
5. Okay, so
not bad. Not bad. As long as I'm in bed by 9:30 would be nice tonight.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Yeah, right, okay.
So we've got a few bits and bobs coming up tonight. We're going to look at the photo competition. We've got a competition to win a book. We've got a special guest coming on to tell us all about a duckling survey, particularly focusing on mallards that everyone can take part in, which is going to be good. And then we've got all the other bits and bobs, roundups of things that have happened, things that are going to be happening, where we've been, what we've seen, and your pictures as well. So all the usual bits and bobs. But to start with, we're going to do the photo competition. Now, harking back to the winter, although it still does feel like winter, as we've already said, we did have a winter winner, and that was Mike Clark with his lovely picture of a long-tailed tit. And he's only fairly recently shared a photograph of him holding the prize. So I'm going to quickly show that. There we go. And I just love that picture. I thought it was a cracking little photo. And we popped it in a frame that we thought complemented it quite nicely. And hopefully Mike's really pleased with it, and that can go on his wall somewhere. So thanks for sending that in, Mike, and thanks for entering the competition.
That was a nice shot, that was.
It was, yeah, really nice picture. So the current competition, let me just get the page ready. Here we go. For those of you that haven't taken part, it runs until about 8:15 this evening. So there is still time to vote.
You've got time.
And hopefully you can see that, Steve.
Yep, I can. Yep.
Lovely. So this is our spring 2024 bird photography competition, the final. And basically this is on the EBWS website. So it's ebws.org.uk. On the front page, there's a link to this page. Just click it, and then you'll go through. Now, the way this works, many people have been voting already, which is great. Thank you. It is a little bit convoluted, but the reason we've done it is we wanted kind of one landing page for voting, so that all the different platforms, social media, our website, and so on, can all be directed to the same page for the vote, because it just makes things much simpler. So from our website, you read the instructions at the top. You choose your favorite photograph. You've got this lovely blue tit in flight, a gorgeous waxwing eating a berry, pheasants fighting. This is quite a special one, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yep, a couple of pheasants having a good old scrap in midair. And then a very topical turtle dove. They started to come in fairly recently, and a nice turtle dove photograph through the foliage. So once you've chosen your favorite, you simply, and I'm not going to do it because you'll see the current results, but you click on the blue button, and then you go to a voting page, you highlight your favorite, you scroll down to the bottom of the page and press vote. So it is quite straightforward.
Yep, I voted just before we went live because I've been meaning to do it all day and just remembered. So if you haven't voted, like Matt said, get on the website and vote now. You've got about half an hour or so left to vote.
As always, we always have some honourable mentions, or we have done the last 2 or 3 competitions. So no expense spared. We're going to do the same thing again. Here we go. Right. Can you see?
Yep.
That. Right.
Oh,
so
nice.
and don't think any of these pictures made it through to the voting stage, if I remember correctly. Or one of them might have done, actually. But none of them are in the final. So I'm not giving away any photographers' names that I shouldn't be. Reason we've chosen this one is you just don't often see Chetty's warblers out in the open having a bit of a sing-song, do you?
No, I mean, we always hear them. I mean, if you see them, great, but to get a view like that is, good, really good.
Particularly in song. I mean, sometimes they'll come out very occasionally, once or twice. I think I've been kind of scolded by, ones come out calling, or you're doing that little tacky call they do, little.
Yep.
But I've never seen one out singing like that. So that's a cracking shot, Jan. Really nice. Next one. Tell us about this one, Steve.
Oh, that's a good cracker, isn't it? It's just like it's just like blackbird mid-flight. I mean, that's just.
It's
I
like,
mean, to be fair, to get the depth of field, and it's got a nice background. It's a cracking
yeah,
shot, that is.
yeah. I think he just needs a Superman cape, to be fair.
Yeah, you could put the old Man of Steel thing.
Yeah, definitely. It
Yeah.
just shows that birds can fly without wings. There you go.
That is amazing. No, I love that. It's a cracking
Do like
shot from
that. Yeah,
Steve
fun.
Cox there.
Well done, Steve. Yeah, great picture. This one I had to include for you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I thought it's the last show before the summer. Let's send you into the summer happy. So we had to have a picture of Medgold, one of Steve's favourite birds, as you will know.
Look at that.
This is a cracker, this one. Bright red bill, yellow tip, bright red legs, black head, as we all know. The white sort of eyebrow and bottom eyebrow, whatever that's called. Yeah, cracking bird. Lovely bird, really is. So that's a great picture, Andrew. Thank you.
Yeah, lovely.
And then this one, we both liked this, didn't we?
Yeah, do you know what? So yeah, we whittled down the top, because I mean there's like 100 odd entries, weren't there, this time?
Yeah, there was nearly 100 entries. And what we do, there's 8 of us judge, and we all choose our top 10, and then I give them all points, ranking 1 to 10, and put all the points together, and the top 16 overall go into the public vote. So this one did make it into the quarterfinals, actually. There's a few of us that chose this in our top 10s.
I like that.
It's just simple.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's a lovely water. There's hardly any ripples on there at all. Simple island, nice in the middle. And I like the fact the bird's off centre.
Yeah. It's just, it's a bit different,
Yep.
I mean, when I take pictures, I tend to go a bit more full frame, but it's just nice to get a bit more background in. And yeah, I mean, I think that's a worthy winner, to be honest. But
yeah, no, it's a nice pick. And just sometimes birds in habitat, I think I probably said before, it's up there at the moment, but the only picture of mine that I've ever framed is a picture of a red-throated diver on a sea and a sky, which were the same colour.
Yep.
And the picture is pretty much 99% sea and sky, and the diver's like that big. But it just, I liked it because it's just it's real, it's set in its environment,
Yeah. No, well done, Andy. That's a lovely shot.
Thanks, Andy. Good picture. And then these next 3, we had 3 photographs sent in by Maisie Simpson, who I think might be our youngest photographer yet, aged 12 years old. And Maisie should even be watching, hopefully, tonight with her mum. So she is. Hello. Hi, Maisie.
Hey, Maisie.
And just wanted to say, thank you very much. Look at these pictures. A beautiful family of grey lag goslings there. You've just got the adults in the background. And then they're having a bit of a feed. Looks like they're right at her feet there, I think, aren't they?
Yeah. Talk about close view.
Yeah. How many have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, one off the edge.
Wow.
18 probably, one here as well, I reckon. Unbelievable.
So cute, aren't they?
Oh, they're really fluffy. Yeah, they're lovely.
Until they grow up.
And then there's no, don't. I like grey lag geese. So you've got 5, 6, 7 adults here. So I presume these
like fresh
goslings, it's like a mixed family, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all kind of herding around and protecting the young. So the young birds can just feed away in peace because they know they've got lots of protection around them. So we love those pictures, Maisie. Thank you so much for sending them in.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful.
Brilliant. Right. That's the honourable mentions done. Okay.
Well done. Well done.
What are we doing next?
I mean, while we're talking about photographs and stuff like that, obviously it's breeding season. So, common sense is, hopefully prevails where people don't get too. If you're out taking photographs, birds are in the middle of nesting. Weather's not great at the moment, so just be mindful of how you act, and no disturbance is good and stuff like that. Really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those are rules we should be following all the time, obviously, but particularly, as Steve said, at the moment, it's breeding season. So it is tempting, if you've got a camera and you see a nice bird and you think, I could get a nice picture of that if I can only get a bit closer. don't do it because it's just not fair on the bird. If you disturb an adult bird away from the nest, away from its chicks, that it could be away for hours. There was actually something on the news tonight I saw before we started, where someone somewhere, I can't remember where it was, shone a laser into a peregrine nest box.
The chroma peregrines, I think, Matt.
Yep, there you go. So probably someone with a webcam thinking, "I wonder if I can see my laser." And the adult bird, it went for about 10 hours, I think. Fortunately, the chick was okay, but any disturbance you make, particularly at this time of year, the birds use so much energy to flee, and sometimes it can take them days, literally days, to recover. And if they're trying to support young as well. So I know, or I hope, everyone watching would keep their distance, but just bear it in mind. And if you need to get closer, just get a bigger zoom lens or something. Yeah, basically. That's what they're for. Anyway, right, yeah, well done. Right. What's next?
So have you seen anyone had any new birds this year? New birds
Yes.
for their life lists or Essex lists or UK lists or whatever list, garden list, whatever you keep?
Have you?
Yes, in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I think I had like 50 odd new birds. So
okay. I think I've had 2. I think, which we'll talk about later on, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay, look forward to that.
Which is good. So yeah, have you had any lifers? Put it in the chat. Have you been on any Twitches and were you successful or not? So did you travel the length and breadth of the county, country, beyond, maybe? And if you did, what did you see? Or more importantly, what didn't you see, maybe? Did you go all that way and dip it, which is part of birding, isn't it? So yeah. And turtle doves. We mentioned them just now. So if people have seen a turtle dove, what we'd like them to do is as follows. Our good friend Mark now is at the RSPB, who's kind of in charge of Operation Turtle Dove for Essex. And what he's asked is, if you see or hear turtle doves outside of Rabness and Fingering Hoe, because we know they're at Rabness and Fingering Hoe and they do okay there. But if you see anywhere else on your walks, in your garden, please can you report your sightings to mark.nowers@rspb.org.uk. In addition, I mean, again, it's following on really from what you were saying about the photography side of things. I think this time of year, it's also important just to be careful what you're putting out there generally. So if you know there are sensitive species, for example, if you had turtle doves nesting in a tree in your garden, or if I did, I wouldn't broadcast it to the world. I'd let them get on with it, and maybe tell people later in the year or next year or whenever, but certainly not now. And it's something that the society we do work to try and sort of limit the amount of information on certain sensitive species we put out there. And it's something that we're reviewing all the time as well. So just to remind people, birding is great fun, but we've got to make sure we consider the birds all the time, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Right. Good. That's enough of that.
So a couple of things. Frankie Robertson said he got a turtle dove at Fingering Hoe, so we know that's a really good place.
Yeah.
He saw one down on the Knepp estate.
Okay, that's good.
Good record. And then Robin said his most recent lifer was a wheatear in Epping Forest, which is a really good record. Oh, there's a few. Steve Hallam went to Sutton Heath for nightjars, and he heard loads. But
Excellent.
He didn't see one. Ray Watson, Surf Scoter of Walberswick, was a lifer.
That's nice.
He's a good East Coast bird.
Very good.
Katie Taylor saw her first willow tit on a recent holiday to Northumberland.
Brilliant.
Brief view, but lovely to see. And again, another bird that's declining. So willow tit's a really good bird nowadays.
David I've never seen one, and that was in Cornwall.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen one for a few years now. David Gott said it was quite basic, he said, but he saw his first hobby at the weekend at Abberton.
Brilliant. Good.
Mike O'Hanlon, they're all coming in now. Mike O'Hanlon and Steve Entwistle saw an eastern subalpine warbler at Holm Dunes in Norfolk, so that was a new bird for them. And,
that's very good. Yeah, nice.
Mark B, Charlie, not a new species for them, but they've never seen a juvenile redshank before, and they saw redshank chicks of various ages
Oh,
on a recent survey.
lovely.
That's good. And quickly before we carry on, everyone's coming in now. Oh my word, we're going to be here all night doing this.
That's fine. Go on.
Forget about questions next time. Pete Dwyer saw short-toed tree creeper in Portugal.
Yep.
And Michael Goodchild saw his first gargan at Aberton on Bennett's Flood. So
Brilliant.
really good. Nice selection of birds there, actually.
Yeah, fantastic. And just coming back to the young redshank, it always makes me laugh when you see a very young wader, like a chick wader. They do pretty much always look like a miniature version. I know it sounds stupid, but they just look so cute.
Big legs, big feet, your body. It's just like
Yeah, the Avocet just got that tiny little bill with a tiny little turn up on it. It's so fun. Yeah. Right. Anyway, competition time.
hey, competition.
Yes. So we advertised this over the last week or so. So hopefully people know about it already. But we've got a book. And the book is Where to Watch Birds. Oh, go on, Steve. Go on, you read it.
Where
I
to
can't
Watch
see it.
Birds in South East England, Essex, London, and Kent, by David Callahan. Excellent book.
Yes. Yep. So David Callahan has very kindly donated a copy of the book.
Hot off the press.
It's literally brand new out. I don't want to open it too much because this is the one we're giving away. But basically, it's got maps, directions, where to park, lots and lots of different sites in, as Steve said, Essex, London, and Kent. And it gives you an idea of the kind of species you're likely to see at different times of the year as well. And it's got various other bits of information. A really nice book. I've had a very gentle look through so as not to crease it or anything. And the question is, to win this actual book, the question is as follows. Go on, Steve, read that out, please.
Right. So according to David's book, at the time of publication, how many species have been recorded by the county recorders in Essex, London, and Kent? So that's all three counties together. So don't put your answer in the chat, please. This is straight, if you can text this number. So it's 07377, remember to move the camera, 547 951.
Yep. And what we'll do, we're going to run this until we get back after the break. And then whoever's closest will win a copy of the book. And if you can text your name when you send your answer in as well. So if my guess was 5 species, for example, I'd put 5 Matt Turner. And I'll contact you afterwards and get your address and we'll pop that in the post to you. So good luck, everyone. It's definitely worth winning, and it's only a text. So have a guess. It's just a number, isn't it? Right.
Absolutely. No, it's good.
Good.
I wonder what the answer is.
If anyone wants the phone number again, just put it in the chat and I'll put it up on the screen again and maybe take a picture of it. But hopefully everyone had a chance to write it down there. Right, okay. Any feedback, Steve? I think you've been covering it, haven't you?
Yeah, just a couple more. Sean Mulqueen, woodchuck, shrike, and grasshopper warbler both at Raynham for new birds.
Yep.
Mick Woodruff, evening Mick, he says new scene from his garden list was 3 gadwall.
Nice.
Good garden
Very
bird,
nice.
that is.
Very nice, yeah, definitely.
And then Tim Hayward had 8 lifers on holiday in Cyprus. Best were alpine swift, pied flycatcher, and Cyprus wheatear.
Oh, lovely. Very nice. Excellent.
Nice and warm as well.
Good stuff. So a couple of bits of information. There's some stuff coming up. So let me just, again, share a screen. Oh, righty. My mouse button is going to be worn out tonight, I think. Which screen am I going to share? That one. There we go. Right. Ta-da! So Richard Allen, the renowned artist who lives just down the road from us in Colchester, who lives in Wivenhoe. And he is taking part in a summer exhibition at the Naze, which takes place from the 22nd of June to the 8th of September. And all are welcome to go along. And he's sent through some of the pictures that he's going to be exhibiting there as well, just to get an idea of what you can see. There's one there. Lovely. Avocet over the salt marsh there. And then a line of cut curlew as well, which is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. So yeah, go along to that. And now there is actually a web page. I think I've saved it somewhere, just for people to have a very quick look at. Hold on. Or did I? Maybe I didn't. But if you search the no, I didn't. I do apologise. I thought I had. But if you search for the Naze, and the exhibition is called Once again, the Summer Exhibition 2024, running from the 22nd of June to the 8th of September. And there's lots of different artists there, including Richard. Please pop along. You get to go all the way up the tower at the Naze, and Richard assures us that the view from the top is splendid and well worth going for on its own. And then you're going to get to see all the artwork as well. So yeah, well worth going.
Sounds good. Sounds really good.
What else we got, Steve? We've got a book festival coming up.
Yeah, there's an Essex Bird and Nature book festival that's taking place in Highlands Park in Chelmsford on the 16th of June. And good friends of the Society, Dave and Wynne Simmons, sort of mentioned this to us, didn't they? And it's to do with the J.A. Baker exhibition, which is on at the moment. So it's in Chelmsford Museum from the 23rd of March to the 3rd of November. So it's just a day wildlife, as Matt's just scrolling down the screen there. Nature writer Mark Cocker is going to be there. Some great authors, nature authors, are going to be there. So it's a really good day.
Definitely. I mean, basically, the book festival I think runs all summer, but this particular day, which is June the 16th, Sunday, June the 16th, it's an open day at Highlands House anyway. So you get to go around the house and the gardens, as far as I know. And then the day, as Steve said, the day's themed towards nature, birds and nature, with various authors there talking about their books, signing copies, and there'll be stuff that you can read and look at and buy and so on and so forth. So that's well worth going along. Highlands Estate, Restless Brilliance on Sunday, the 16th of June. And again, just look it up on the website, Restless Brilliance, Highlands Estate. If you haven't got anything to do on the 16th, and I've been assured that it's going to be sunny on the 16th. The sunshine is definitely going to be here by then.
I hope so. If
Yes.
not, I'm going to emigrate.
I don't blame you. And there's also, we've got another event of ours coming up, haven't we? I think. So
Yeah, we've got another sort of pop-up event, but this time it's aimed at the under 25s again. So this is Wat Tyler Country Park on Sunday the 23rd of June. And again, numbers are limited, again, as per our ringing events. But if you're interested in coming along this event, then email us at ebwsyouth@gmail.com.
Yep, strictly 25 and unders, please. If you're under 18, you do need to bring a parent or guardian with you. And this is a free to attend event for those people. So if you're interested, send an email through to ebwsyouth@gmail.com. And Ollie Cottis, our youth officer, will get back to you and confirm whether you're able to attend. So that's definitely one worth going to. And the other event on here, we had one of these a month or so ago. There was a work party down at Bradwell, which I think was really well attended. And they're doing another one on Sunday, the 30th of June. And I think the idea really is you just sort of turn up and grab a paintbrush or a broom or a hammer and nails or whatever and just help out, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's always a bit of maintenance needs to be done. And obviously with summer, the birding's a bit quiet, so it's an ideal time. Great bunch of observatory team, if you call it. There'll be tea. There will be tea. There's always tea at Bradwell.
Maybe even biscuits.
Maybe even biscuits. But
good. So again, if you're free to attend on the 30th of June, anyone's welcome to come along to that. And I think I've just disappeared off the screen. Hang on a minute, my camera's playing up tonight. There we go. Give it a bash. I might come back in a minute.
Is that flame t-shirt?
I think so. I've broken the camera.
Broken the camera.
You can still hear me though. So info.ebws@gmail.com. Right. Let's stop sharing. Let me see if I can unplug and plug back in my camera. Hopefully it'll work. Hang on a minute. Oh. I don't know what that means. Hang on.
Ooh.
Try again. A minute. You might have to do the rest of the show on your own, Steve. Hold on.
Thanks, Matt. Oh no.
I'll work on that. I'll work on that in the background. But you can still hear me, which is fine. So just at the wrong moment as well, because we're now about to welcome our guest. So we're going to be finding out about a wonderful and rather exciting mallard and duckling survey. And if I can work out how to bring this, doesn't seem to. I think something's going a bit wrong my end actually.
Oh, you're right there.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I might be having some technical issues. Hold on.
Okay. While you're just doing that, quick
Yeah.
couple of things. So Robin's just said 16th of June is his birthday, so it's going to be sunny, as you
Excellent.
predicted.
Good.
16th of June.
Yep.
Do you know what time the ringing demonstration starts, Matt? Just out of curiosity, because Frankie's just asked.
Okay. To be fair, that's still to be confirmed. We'll probably be sending out emails, social media.
Yeah.
It's usually quite an early start, so I think we met before about 7ish, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
mate. Just
It's fairly early meeting, but we will be sending out some information on that. So if you subscribe to our mailing list on the website and keep an eye on social media and so forth, we will be sending out the information. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Pete Dwyer said 30th of June is Mrs. Dwyer's birthday, so he definitely won't be going to Bradwell. I think it's a perfect opportunity to drag her along, to be honest.
Absolutely. What better way could you celebrate a birthday than grabbing a paintbrush and painting a fence or a door or something?
Yep.
Hmm.
And then
Right.
Kieran's just messaged, where is the Naze? So the Naze is up in northeast Essex. It's pretty much the northeast corner of Essex, Kieran. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's kind of, you go through Walton, don't you? Go through Walton on the Naze, and the
Walton on
Naze,
the
the
Naze,
Naze
and the
itself
Naze
is
is the
right at
top.
the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
all good for me
apologies.
then. Right, let's bring in
Right, let's bring in. So we've got Hannah Coburn. Just about to bring her in now. Here we go. Now that our technical issues have thankfully seemed to rectify themselves. Hopefully Hannah will be here. There we go. Hi Hannah, how are you doing?
Hello, great, thanks.
Good. Sorry about that. A few technical issues there, a little bit later than we thought. But you're here to talk about ducklings and mallards, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So this is your PhD, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm a first year PhD student at the University of Essex. So I've been doing this about 9 months now. I'm in the midst of my first fieldwork season, so I'm also up very, very early tomorrow morning.
not the only one then.
What time do you got to get up?
5 o'clock as well.
Oh, crikey. Okay. Well, I'm getting up at 7 tomorrow morning, so I'll have had an extra couple of hours sleep while you two are out doing your thing. So yeah.
And the weather looks rubbish tomorrow as well.
Yeah, think of me lying in bed in the cozy warm and getting up to my coffee and bowl of cereal and while you're out and about in the wet. But
good weather for ducks though.
Exactly. That's
definitely.
the good thing about ducks, that rain doesn't always stop the fieldwork.
Yeah, they don't mind when it gets a bit wet, do they? Okay. So, yeah, do you want to tell us a little bit about there's basically a duckling and mallard survey that Hannah is involved with and that we can all help with. So I think Hannah's got a few slides that she's going to go through. And if anyone's got any questions, as always, if you can please pop them in the chat and we'll put them to Hannah at the end. And we'll be able to see how we can get involved. So over to you, Hannah.
Can you see that okay?
Just about, hold on. Yep, perfect.
Great. Okay, so yeah, as I said, I'm Hannah. I'm currently doing my PhD on mallards, focusing on their productivity, their survival, and their movement. So I'm going to give a little bit of background on my projects, and then I'm going to talk about duckling survey that you can get involved in. So you might be wondering why I'm studying mallards. They're very common, so surely you know everything about them by now. There's actually still a lot of things we don't know about them. There's plenty of work going on in North America, but very little work's been done on mallards in Europe and specifically in the UK. There's some key things that we don't know about them because they haven't been studied since the 50s. So I'm trying to fill some of those gaps. Mallards are a great species for studying because they're one of the easier duck species to study. They're easier to catch and they're everywhere. They're also obviously an important part of the ecosystem. They contribute to the food web. They are important in seed dispersal. And also, because they're such a recognizable species, they're great for public engagement. And they're also our most hunted waterfowl species. So that's another important part of their ecology. So despite being really common, the winter population has actually been declining in the UK for around 30 years. And we're not quite sure why that's happening. It could be because of short stopping, which is where there are less birds coming over to the UK in winter because of climate change. Or it could be that the current level of hunting is unsustainable in the UK. But we're not quite sure what's going on. So that's kind of why I'm here doing this project. So some of the things I'm looking at in my projects are survival and productivity. So survival rates is really important when you're working out whether a population is growing or not. And we don't have any recent estimates of survival rates in adult mallards. So I'm using some ringing data to look at that. So if you hear about ringing activities going on and you see any ringed mallards, that's the kind of thing that ringing helps us with. I'm also looking at productivity. So that's a big focus of my fieldwork this year, looking at things like clutch size and nest success, as well as duckling survival. Another thing I'm looking at is movement ecology. So I'm using the ring data to also look at things like, has the migration behavior changed over time? And I'm also using GPS tags to look at how mallards use the landscape on a more local level. I'm also looking at where the key areas of mortality and risk are for mallards. So I'm going to be doing some work probably in later years, looking at what their predators are at different stages. And I'm also interested in working out if the current level of harvest is sustainable or not, and if it's not, how can we combat that? And another thing that I'm looking at is habitat. So we still don't know much about the specific habitat requirements of mallards in the UK, particularly for things like nesting, because we see mallards as a very wetland-focused bird. They actually use much wider range of habitats for breeding. So the focus of my fieldwork this year is productivity, and I'm based at Aberdeen Reservoir, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. One of the things I'm doing is using GPS tags to see, I'm attaching these to female mallards to help me find their nests, because mallard nests, as I'm finding, are quite hard to find. And then I'm looking at where they're taking their broods, what habitats they're using, and also using this as a way to identify specific broods, so I can see how their survival changes and see how many of those ducklings survive to become fully grown. And I'm also using these GPS tags to better understand how mallards use the landscape as a whole during the breeding season. I'm also doing nest surveys around Aberdeen to add to my understanding of things like clutch size and hatch rates. And then I'm also doing brood surveys. And this is kind of where you all come in. So I'm focused on Aberdeen, looking at the brood sizes and their ages to help me understand duckling survival, which is a really important part of productivity data. But I'm only one person, so I'm doing lots of different things in the fieldwork, so I can only really cover Aberdeen when I'm doing my brood surveys. So I'm going to talk a bit more about how you can help me with this if you're interested, to give me a much bigger data set when I'm looking at duckling survival. So if you're interested in taking part, all you need to do is keep your eyes peeled for ducklings when you're asking about when you're out birding. And if you see any mallard broods, you can take a note of when and where you saw them. So the date and then the location as specific as you can. So a GPS point or what 3 words or just a description of where on a certain site you saw them. And then brood size is obviously very important. So how many ducklings were in that brood, and take a look around, make sure there aren't any hidden under the mother or in vegetation. So you've got the whole brood in your sights. And then another really important part of the data is age. So if you can guess what age they are, that's also really important. And I've got this guide here, which I think will be distributed afterwards with other instructions on how you can do these surveys. So this kind of breaks down the different age categories of mallard ducklings and a few hints on how to work out what age they are. So if you send me a photo, that's also really helpful, particularly if you're not quite sure about the age. And you can send all this information to ducks@essex.ac.uk. And you can also then put it online with the hashtag Essex Ducklings, which I'll be monitoring. And one thing I want to point out is that reports of older ducklings are really important. So I know it's probably tempting to focus on the really small, fluffy, cute ones. But if you keep an eye out for the slightly larger ducklings, that's really important because that gives the information on how many ducklings have survived the first few weeks, which tend to be very high mortality, and are now bigger and more likely to survive to adulthood. So you're welcome to do this on a very ad hoc basis, just any breeds that you see around. But if you're interested in doing a more structured breed survey, then I'm just going to talk you through how you can do that as well. So all you need to do is choose a wetland site, so a local river or your local nature reserve, and plan a route that has good view of the water. If you can target peak times when ducklings are most active, that's great. So that's 3 hours after sunrise or 3 hours before sunset. And then take a note of where you saw them, when you saw them, and things like the weather is also helpful. And then all of the information I mentioned in the previous slide. And you can send all this to the same email address. You can do this kind of survey as many times as you like. We try and keep it consistent because that's helpful. So, for example, if you see no broods at all, that's still important data. That shows me that perhaps duckling survival hasn't been so high at that site. So this data will be used to help me do some duckling survival analyses. So I'll be adding your data to my data and using various statistical methods to look at things like if mortality changes with age, how many ducklings survive to become fully grown. And as I said, it's a really important measure of productivity, because essentially productivity is how many young are being produced, which become fully grown in relation to the number of pairs. One other thing I want to mention is we started colour ringing mallards around Abbotston and various other sites in the area, and this gives us more information on the survival and movement of mallards. Because quite a lot of our ringing data comes from hunted birds, and that's important data in itself, but colour rings are very visible, so that gives us more information on what the bird's doing, where they're going, when they're still alive. And you can send any records of any colour ring mallards that you see. So they're yellow colour rings with 2 numbers or letters. So if you see any of those, feel free to drop me an email as well. And that's all from me. So feel free to ask me any questions now or drop me an email at my personal address. And any food or colouring reports can go to the ducks address.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. If we leave that on the screen just for a few moments so people can maybe grab a telephone and take a picture of it if they want to. I think that's great because, I mean, it's quite surprising that there's not much data on mallards. You'd think that mallards are kind of, everywhere you go, you see mallards down the park and stuff. There's not much data on them, is there?
Yeah, in some cases it's that there is some data there, but it just hasn't been processed yet because other groups of birds like waders that are struggling more are being kind of focused on more. So it takes someone to kind of come up with an idea of a project like this to bring an extra person who can troll through some data and collect some extra data.
Excellent. Okay.
I mean, it's like since the 50s. I mean, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean,
so hopefully people watching tonight will take part. That's the main thing.
I'm going to give it a go because my local site, RD, as people know, at the moment there's at least 4 or 5 pairs of mallards there. And unfortunately, 3 of them seem to be spending most of their time right by the side of the road. Obviously, I presume they're used to people feeding them. But, every time a car goes along there at like 50 miles an hour, you think, something horrible is going to happen. So I do try and make sure that, I jump in the road when there's cars coming if I'm there. But hopefully 1 or 2 of those pairs will actually pair up properly and might get some little babies because I've had them there before. So if there are some there, I will definitely submit some information for you. And even if there's not, I'll probably send in and say that, there were pairs there, but there wasn't any chicks that I saw. So
Thanks.
Yeah. And definitely if people, is it just because obviously your ringing is Abberton and the Greater Colchester area, but do you want data from all over the county?
Yeah, all of Essex is great, and other nearby areas as well. Anyone who's interested.
Excellent.
That means well worth checking your local parks and stuff. for colouring ducks, because it's amazing how they travel between sites.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's another good way of getting young people interested in birding to a slightly deeper level as well. Because, not only you can go out and maybe feed the ducks and make sure you don't feed them bread, of course, but you can take the youngsters and go and count the ducklings and maybe even take the guide and try and age the ducklings as well, which I think is a great idea. So if I just share, are you okay for me to share the PDF document that you sent
Yeah,
through?
go for it.
Yeah, is that okay?
Because Mo's just commented, how do we get the aging chart? So
Right. So we're going to try and upload this to the website. I mean, I can probably do it just as a page, really, with the text and then the pictures down the bottom. But if anyone wants me to send out this PDF, just send an email to info.ebws@gmail.com, and I'll send this out. The PDF has got some pretty decent pictures on there and some really good information. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know this. I don't know about you, Steve.
you know
Do you
what?
know? No.
I've been birding for 40 odd years, and no, I don't know all that either. So
I could tell if it's like a young mallard or not, but I couldn't tell you exactly how old it is. So it's really good to have this information. So if anyone wants it right now, grab your phone, take a picture. I'll leave that on the screen. But if anyone wants us to send the PDF with all the information on, drop us an email, and we'll try and get it uploaded to the website in the next couple of days. And when we do that, we'll send out some social media stuff with a link back to it as well. So hopefully between us all, we can get you some data, and you won't have any social life left at all, Hannah.
We're trolling through photos, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Is there anything in the chat, Steve?
no, I mean Mo's just asked about the aging chart.
Yep. Yep.
And Mick Woodrow said, "Great job, Hannah. I think most of us just take mallards for granted." And yeah.
And I guess this data as well, could it be kind of applied to other species a little bit, maybe in terms of survival? Do you know if there's any kind of crossover? Or another question would be if people see broods of other species, although mallards buff are the most popular, but if there are any other species, sorry, I've disappeared again. Would you like people to send in data on anything else as well, or is it mainly mallards you want to focus on?
Mallards are my focus for now, but if anyone sees any other duck species broods, then you're welcome to send me as well. And yeah, I think things like survival rates and duckling survival rates can't really be compared between species, but I think things I'll be doing in this project will be a basis for kind of expanding to other duck species. So some of the kind of background work that I'm doing, like statistics, can be transposed to other species, and I think we're going to be expanding our project to other duck species in the near future.
Fantastic. Okay, I think it's just great work. It's a really great project to have as your PhD, and really good luck with it. And I hope that the data that you managed to gather through it is useful to the wider community for years to come, and I'm sure it will be. So yeah, thank you very much for coming on. Is there anything else, Steve?
Thank you for having me.
Hang on a minute.
Hold on.
Hold the horses.
There's a question.
Oh.
So is there any data on the impact of competition from non-native species, e.g. mandarins, or is that part of the project?
I'm not sure we have any data on that yet for ducks in particular, and it's not something that I'm planning to focus on right now, but that would be really interesting. I haven't really seen many, but one example I have is we have these duck nest tubes around the local area, which are basically like a tube with kind of chicken wire and hay in it, which gives mallards a place to nest, and it's I monitor them to see how many are being used and to look at what's left behind after the nest. And one of them was used by an Egyptian goose this year, which seems a little bit big for the tube, but yeah. So to answer your question, I don't have any specific data on the competition. But that'd be, yeah, I'm sure that's something that someone's looking at. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the decline, I'm just guessing, obviously, but with a lot of species, it's down to a combination of our activities and loss of habitat, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Maybe the data that you get can actually go to support whatever reasons are behind the decline in mallards, and just generally how they're doing and how we can help them. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right.
Yeah, good luck with it all.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed for coming on. Really appreciate it. That was really interesting. And we'll get the stuff out there for you. And please, everyone, go and count your mallard ducklings and age them, and then send all the data through to Hannah. And hopefully that'll all be put to really good use. So thank you very much indeed.
Thanks so much for having me and for sharing all this information.
No problem at all. All right, take care. Good luck.
See
Thank
you
you.
soon. See you later.
Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Oh, that was really
Brilliant.
interesting.
Really good.
Wow.
Yeah, really
And
good.
that's the thing. I mean, you think, I'll be honest with you, you go down, like you see, you go down the park or the reservoir and you see mallards. And I know I like mallards. I'm always taking pictures of mallards because they're so attractive and gorgeous. But you think of them as a fairly common, numerous species. But like so many other species, they're in trouble. And it won't be until it's too late that people realise, like turtle doves.
Husband Rose. Look at, yeah, all of it. No one knows.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you give it 15, 20 years and people were going, I haven't seen a mallard for 6 months. And, it could happen. You just don't know. So projects like this, I just think the data is so useful and the work that people do, it's just so valuable. So yeah, well done. And
Yep.
please help Hannah. Help Hannah.
And like we said, we'll get the stuff on social
Yes.
media, website in the next week or so. So just bear with us. There's a few people messaging about wanting the chart, so that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, good stuff. Right. Okay, let's rattle through. So what's been happening? We've had a few bits and bobs going on, haven't we, Steve?
Yeah, we've had a few events the last month. Obviously it's springtime, so busy time of year. So we had, what did we have? We had a field trip.
We
We had a
did.
pop-up. We had a pop-up event first, I think.
We did. Let me just get my pictures up because I've lost the folder. There we go. Right. My computer's about to die. I don't know why my camera keeps shutting out either. Sorry.
It's all right.
Right.
Richard Chu is watching from Slovenia, and he said that the mountains are getting in the way, so he might have to catch up when he gets home. So
It's Richard's mountains are blocking my camera. That's what it is.
that's what it is. Blame Richard.
Definitely blame Richard. Yeah. So yeah, this was our pop-up, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had a pop-up event with Birdwatching Essex.
Mhm.
And yeah, let's be fair, it wasn't the best weather, was it?
Yeah, I mean it was a bit damp to be fair. It was weather for ducks, actually, wasn't it? To be
Good
honest
weather
with
for
you.
ducks.
It was.
And there, Malden Prom in the background. Really good place to look at mallards.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. And to be honest with you, with about 5 minutes to go, no one had turned up out there, and we thought, this is going to be the first pop-up where nobody turned up. But we actually had over 20 people in the end,
Yeah,
which was
we had cake.
brilliant.
We had biscuits, and
Yep.
we thought, oh, that's good. It's all for us. And then people turned up, spoilt the whole thing.
But no, thank you ever so much for everyone that turned up, and particularly to the ladies from Birdwatching Essex Coast, who were great. They really gave us some really good information, and we had a bit of a walk, didn't we?
We did. Had a bit of a walk, saw some nice few waders, few ducks.
Yeah, quite a few brent
yeah.
geese.
Yeah,
Yep.
really good. And can I make a special thanks to Dave Dutton there for being my own personal umbrella
Yeah,
holder.
I mean, you can tell when you look at this picture, you can tell who the important person is, can't you? It's this man just here. Everyone else is getting wet and having to manage on their own, but Dave Dutton stepped up with the umbrella straight over Steve's head.
He didn't want to get my hair wet, mate. That's what it was.
I think he was after an extra piece of lemon drizzle cake. That's what it was, actually.
Oh, yes. And thanks to Sandra Bell for making lemon drizzle and what's the other one? Fruitcake. So
Yes, it was fruitcake. And there was also another lemon drizzle cake that turned up. I'm not sure who bought that, but whoever that was, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, that was great. And thanks to you for bringing biscuits.
yes, pleasure.
Mm,
Still got
right.
some more. So
Oh, good. Okay. They're probably a bit stale one, aren't they?
no, they're still wrapped. It's all right.
Okay, all right, fine. Then we did this, didn't we? We went to, now I get this wrong. This is Old Lodge, isn't it?
This is Old Lodge. So
Right, good.
Old Lodge Nature Reserve in Ashdown Forest.
Yep.
So this was our penultimate field trip of the current fixture card. We had, again, the weather wasn't perhaps the best, but we had a really good day. Completely different habitat to what we're used to in Essex. It's sort of like moorland, pine forest, and a nice selection of birds, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yeah, there was. Yeah, I mean, we had this is just a picture of the group sort of meandering through a field of cattle and just having a generally nice walk. And we had some good birds. Jan Lewis sent some pictures in, so thanks, Jan, if you're watching. And The first one was woodlark. We had a couple of woodlark flew over our head and landed in a field, and Jan managed to relocate them. And he also managed to get a picture of them, and they were quite a long way away. So I think he did pretty well there. And then we had a few views of stone chat, actually, didn't we?
Yeah, good numbers of stone chat around the reserve, which was really good, including quite a few juveniles, like this one.
Yeah, they always remind me very much of a juvenile robin. I think that you can really see the similarity there.
Yeah,
definitely. And then we had a few of these as well, didn't we?
Yeah, so Old Lodge is a really good place for red starts, common red starts. So yeah, we had some really good views, and I mean, again, they weren't always close, but Jan did really well to get this shot.
Definitely, really good picture.
Oh,
and then I like this, Raven. So go on.
I've no idea what it's eating there, but it's probably not very savoury. So,
so yeah, I mean, Raven. I guess Raven in flight when it's not calling, you're kind of looking for they've got a long tail, haven't they? You can see a bit of the wedge going on there, and obviously the very really long feathers, long fingers on the hand, long winged, and just big bill and so on and so forth. So yeah, cracking. I missed that. I'd lagged back a bit, and you picked that up with the group, didn't you? So
I did, yeah. Luckily, yeah. I don't think it was for this particular time, but we had one that was calling. So because I don't think this one's not going to be calling with a beak full like that. I don't think.
No, wouldn't have thought so. And then we also had quite a few willow warblers as well, didn't we? Just singing.
Again, yeah, that mixed habitat down there of sort of silver birches, pines, really good for willow warbler.
But we didn't get tree pipit.
No, it's very unusual actually. I was actually, I think a couple of the groups saw tree pipit.
Okay, yes. No, you're right. I think they got there a bit earlier, didn't they? And they went off. And,
so we split up into two groups. One went clockwise, one went anti-clockwise, and the anti-clockwise group saw
one, didn't they? Yes, yeah.
But it was good, yeah. And well done for Jerry Johnson for organising the field trips.
Definitely, and thanks again to Jan for sending the pictures in. And then there was our first under 25s event, which was held by Ollie Cottis, and Ed Bateman helped him out. So thanks, Ed, for helping as well. And they had a morning at Abberton Reservoir, which is always a great place to see some different birds. And from behind, I think that's Ed.
Oh, I can't tell back of the head.
That looks like Ed to me, but I'm not sure who this is. But anyway, and that's definitely a barn owl. I can tell that, even though it's behind my camera. So.
That's definitely a barn owl.
Yeah, thank 100%. You. I got one right.
I've stick to the birds, to be honest.
But yeah, I mean, I think they had a really good morning. There was half a dozen or so young birds turned up, which is brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. And don't forget, we've got the ringing demo at the end of June, so that's another one to look forward to. What else have we got coming up in the summer?
So we've got one more field trip, which is in a week and a bit's time, and it's our final fixture of the current season, and we're off to Hickling Broad.
Okay.
Which would be nice. And it's fully booked. I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the coach is full. If you do want to come, there's always a possibility even that somebody might pull out. So you can still contact Jerry and put your name down on the waiting list. So let me just quickly share the screen. Here we go. And bang, done. Right. So that's the last field trip, 9th of June, Hickling Broad. It's a really good place actually up there, isn't it?
Wonderful. And it's really good for swallowtail. Swallowtail butterflies are out at the moment. They've been out a little while now. So with the way the weather is, they won't be out for much longer. So so it'll be a good, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, fingers crossed we'll get some sunshine, maybe latter part of next week, and we might still get a few swallowtails around. Cranes, fingers crossed, bitterns, spoonbills, all sorts of things we might see. Jerry2Johnson@AOL.com if you want to put yourself on the waiting list, or you can even give him a phone call. I think his number's up here, 07775 663 166. So can't guarantee you're going to get on it, but you can only try. Put your name down. And talking about field trips, we are going to be announcing next. Oh, sorry, go on, Steve.
I was just going to say that if anyone is booked on the field trip and they cannot make it, please let Jerry know in plenty of time in advance so we can fill the spaces. Because there will be a waiting list. So yeah, please don't leave it until right to the last minute if you can't make it, please.
Yeah. yeah, good point. Definitely, please give people time to be able to change their plans. So next year's field trips have pretty much been decided on, and they're going to be going out with the next issue of Essex Birding, which is due to go out, I think, in July.
July, yep.
So look out for that. And then we'll be putting them onto the website and out for more general distribution to the public and so forth in August. So the members get a chance to put their names down for field trips, which is obviously right. That's the way it should be. So look out for that in your next issue of Essex Birding. But we have got all of next season's monthly meetings and online talks announced, and they are also on our website. So if you go to ebws.org.uk and you click on events and then you click on monthly meetings just at the top here, hopefully you can all see that. Scroll down. We won't go through them all because time is ticking, but they're all on here, starting the 6th of September, going right the way through to the 4th of April. And the one in March looks interesting to me.
Who's doing that then?
I think it might be you, mate.
It is. Yeah, come along. Come along to my talk.
Yeah, but there's some really good ones. Please note that we've tried to make it as sort of clear as possible. So if it says Chelmsford on here, it means it's an indoor meeting at the Quaker Meeting House in the middle of Chelmsford. If it says online, it means it's going to be online. So hopefully that makes it nice and clear. Lots of stuff on there. Have a look. And yeah, please come along. They're always good to attend, definitely.
Before we carry on, Ben and Michael Rumsby just messaged me to say that, because we were talking about new birds this year, and I missed their message earlier, that they both travelled overnight to Scotland to see a myrtle warbler, which was a new bird for them. And Ben got his picture in British Birds of the myrtle warbler. So,
well done.
So I apologise, I missed that earlier, guys. So,
do you want to send us the picture on an email, and I can forget to show it later on? That'd be great. Seriously, if you get the chance to pop it on an email, I'd like to see it and see the picture that went into British Birds. So well done. That's really, really good.
Nick Woodruff said he was at Hickling less than a week ago and he saw cranes, bittern, gargany, cuckoo, 11 willow warblers, and 3 swallowtails. So good.
Fingers
All
crossed.
we need is decent weather.
Fingers crossed. Right. Okay. We might be doing a pop up during the summer as well, but we don't know if we are, when we are, where we are, what we're doing. Subscribe to our newsletter. Go to the bottom of the homepage, put your details in if you haven't done already, and we'll let you know what's happening in the summer. But to be a member, what do people get when they're a member of Essex Birdwatching Society?
Merchandise.
They get stuff. Look at this.
They get stuff.
Things and books and goodness knows.
Card. £16 is all it costs.
The new Essex Bird Report 2022. Fabulous job done by Neil and Mick, obviously Mick Tracy, the county recorder who processes all the data. Neil's the editor of this fabulous volume, all of his sub-editors as well. Everyone that submits all the photographs, Sean Nixon for sorting them all out. It's a brilliant volume. And you get 2 of the Essex Birdings, don't you?
2 Essex Birdings. So each one comes out every 6 months, full of articles, photographs, sightings. I mean, it's 16 quid.
Yep.
That's like the price of a bottle of olive oil or something. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, it literally is, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
You know, it's great value. Really bad.
Yeah.
It's better for you than a bottle of olive oil.
So if you're watching and you're not a member, please consider joining. Go onto our website and we'll have all the information on there. You can also buy things to celebrate the fact that you're a member. You can buy things like notebooks. You can buy T-shirts like the one I'm wearing, or these wonderful colours, blue and graphite and a creamy colour and a olive green colour. And there's a shopping bag that Steve's got. And there's an umbrella, which I won't put up because it's bad luck, although we probably still need these at the moment. Essex Birdwatching Society umbrella. And we've got a sign. There's one of these left. One sign left. We've got sweatshirts. Steve's wearing a sweatshirt. Yes. And there's also caps, and I have got one, but it's downstairs, so I can't put it on. But there you go. So loads of stuff. It's all on the website. You can buy it if you want to and spread the word, which is always good fun. It's always nice to bump into people that have got their Essex Birdwatching Society gear on, actually, isn't it? So, yeah, nice.
Now, Matt, any emails?
Well, there's been one. I know that because I've already checked.
Okay, good.
And it's one with some pictures on, so we'll include it in the second half when we look at people's pictures.
Cool.
So don't forget, we're going to come up the break, we've got John's video coming up. Don't forget to enter the book competition. So if everyone has already got that information, hopefully, I don't think anyone's asked for it again, have they?
No,
The phone number?
no,
No.
I think we're all good.
I'll tell you what, while I'm faffing around trying to find the video from John, let me just put that on the screen once more. So
Yeah.
that's the question, and that's the phone number to text to. I have had some text coming in already, which is
Good.
great. And I think I know where the video is now. So I'll leave that on the screen for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there it goes. Right.
And the
Okay.
second half is much shorter than the first half. So
Yes.
hopefully.
Right.
We said that, but it probably won't be.
Well, it might be. Okay. Hang on a minute. Desktop. Birds of Essex. Right. Mindful moment. So John Ward. Wonderful John. Oh, good, very good friend. And he sent in another one of his videos, and this was done with his new camera, which has got some rather snazzy slow motion stuff on it. So 2 minutes and 31 seconds of mindfulness from John. Here we go. No.
Where did
I
2 minutes go?
Sorry?
Watching it, and I was watching it,
I
and I
know.
thought, oh, got another 5 minutes, another couple of minutes. Yeah.
I know it goes really quickly, but the
It's
slow
gone.
motion, lovely. The slow mo, really good. The turn, dipping down to the water, and kook diving at the end. I mean, it's really nice, and I'm
I mean,
pretty sure. Sorry, go on.
where the coop died, and then you got the water noise was just
I know,
amazing.
I
I
know.
wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to put my camera on. I was like, oh, wow.
The green hair streak near the beginning, it sounded like, well, it's it sounded more like garden warbler in the background than
Yeah.
black cat, but I'm not sure. It sounded a bit garden warbler, I think, as well.
Garden Warbler Lake. Yep.
Yeah,
Agree.
yeah. Excellent.
All right,
Right.
John.
Okay, so
Fantastic stuff.
very quickly before we go to break, the competition, I'm not going to name names, but I have got quite a few answers on here. One of the answers, and hopefully this person's still watching, they've actually, maybe I didn't make the question clear. It's a total species for all 3 counties, not added together. It's the cumulative. So in other words, if there's a bit of blackbirds in London, Essex and Kent, that's 1. So it's the total number of different species for all three counties combined, not adding individual counties totals together. So if that person can send me in an answer for the grand total of species for all three counties combined, not added together, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, if there were blackbird and blue tit in all three, it's not going to be six, it's going to be two species, if that makes sense. Yeah. All right. Okay, so hopefully that can be rectified. And let me just find the video for the break. Fingers
I've just
crossed.
sent you an email, Matt, as well. All right.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that sounds serious.
I
Are you
just sent you
quitting?
an email to ebwstalks@gmail.com.
Have you resigned?
Was it that obvious? I quit.
Yeah, you're not going to be back in the second half.
I'm not going yet. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay. Well, Matt, we had to go with this one, didn't we? I know we had it last month, but it's got to be the ducking out one again. So 3 minutes gives us a chance to duck out and grab a drink, and we'll see you all in a few minutes' time.
See you in
Thank
a
you.
minute.
I'm here. Sorry.
I thought you were dancing around the glitter ball.
I was doing the duck.
Oh, good. That was. I like that bit of music. I like
That's
that.
all right, wasn't it? It's not
I
too
like
bad.
that music. That's cool.
It's not too bad. Right. Okay. So I was busy getting a drink.
Well done.
Goodness, we've had loads of emails dropping as well. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we've had a few
We'll have to
comments.
go through them in a bit. Right. So first of all, I'm just going to double check the something I should have done during the break and I didn't get a chance. I do apologise.
Okay.
So do you want to fill for a second?
Yeah,
We need
while
a
you're
5
doing
minute
that,
break.
had a few
go on.
comments.
Okay.
Susan Pembroke and David Gott said both wonderful John's video. Absolutely agree.
Yep.
And
100%.
some bloke called Dave, that's his name on YouTube, says he's in Basildon and he's travelling backwards and forwards on the C2C to Southend 4 days a week, and he's not seen a single summer migrant. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, from the train, that presumably that is.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the
Oh.
weather's not been great, but they're certainly out there. So
Yeah, they're out there. Yeah, they're out there. Right. Photo competition. The photo competition has ended. Shall we reveal the answers?
yay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Is that the best you can manage?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Go on then.
Yeah, go on then. All right. Okay. Right. Hang on a minute. So, which one do you think won? Because no one knows. This time around, I hid the answer on purpose, being really annoying and everything,
Yeah.
and I haven't told a soul.
They're all good. I mean, obviously they're all good because they're in the final. Yeah. Do you know what? It's tight.
It's very tight. Right. Well, shall I put you out your misery, or do you want to have a guess?
Yeah, I like that pheasant shot.
Okay. Okay.
But,
Right.
all right. Well,
Here we
yeah.
go.
Go on.
So,
then.
in fourth place,
Come on.
doing really, really well to get to the final. Bear in mind, there were 100 photographs in the competition. We have the lovely turtle dove.
Nice.
This by Micah Hanlon. Really like this picture, just taken through the photo. I like it because it's taken through the leaves. I love those blurry leaves in the foreground.
That's the one I voted for.
Yeah, I really like that. Really like that. In third place. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it?
Oh,
In
yeah,
third place. Yeah.
Go on.
Pheasants.
Ah,
So the pheasants are in third place. Pheasants by Ian
that-
Dale.
that's nice.
I've got no idea what shutter speed he used to capture this, but yeah,
you.
really, really, really nice. They're really having a good old 2 and 8, those two, aren't they?
Oh, that's brilliant.
My guess would be there's probably a female stood somewhere off to the side, just like nonchalantly watching them, thinking, go on then, boys.
Yeah, that's
So-
lovely. Love that.
That means we've got waxwing or blue tit in number 2 and number 1. Second place in the spring 2024 photographic competition is
Go on. Wow, waxwing.
Waxwing by Robin Pettit. Lovely picture, beautifully exposed. I love the light on this one. And we did have some late waxwings, didn't we? We had waxwings into the spring.
We did, yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, typically a winter bird, but like you said, I mean, there's still been waxwing reported sort of on the Isles of Scilly a week or two back.
Yeah, not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, there was still waxwings, fairly locally, and certainly in the eastern part of the country. Which means, of course, first place is the blue tit by Alan Chapman.
That's
And I think, I'll be honest with you, this was actually my favourite when they first all came in, because I just think it's just beautifully captured in flight, the angle, the lighting, it's sharp background. It just, if a photo says spring, that to me it's a very spring-like photograph. So well done, Alan. We'll be in touch, and we'll be getting a copy of that in a frame and either delivered to you if you're close or posted to you if you're a bit further away. So well done. Thank you very much to everyone who entered.
Yeah.
And we're going to show a video at the very end with all of the entries on. So if you did send a photograph in, hang around because you'll see your photograph at the end. Right.
So yeah, so Frankie just asked if the votes are sort of viewable for all the pictures, but we don't tend to.
They are.
Oh, what the final? The final.
Yep. Here we go. I'll show you.
Yeah, I think Frankie was thinking of every entry, but we don't do that.
Oh, no, not of every single entry. No, apologies.
Just the final. The finals
for the final. I mean, the quarterfinals and semi-finals are available, but the final, just to show you that we didn't cheat or anything. Turtle Dove got 12.55% of the vote in the final. Pheasants was 20.5. Waxwing 29.28. And Blue Tit 37.64. We had 263 individual votes, which is really good. So thank you very much indeed.
Oh, Annette just said the Blue Tit was her favourite.
Yeah, I just love that. The colour is really nice. So yeah, thank you very much indeed. Yeah. I think there's always a picture when you go through the 100. There's always one that makes you smile. Yeah. And for me, that one made me really smile when I saw it. I just thought, yeah. I like that. Right.
Yeah. No, it was well done. Well done.
But well done to everyone, and thank you to everyone as well. I mean, trying to choose a top 10 out of 100 pictures is an absolute nightmare. So
it takes ages. Yeah.
Right. And while we're doing competitions, let me just do you want to see if there's any messages, and I'll just double check on here.
No, both Robin and both Annette said the Blue Tit were gorgeous. So yeah, so I think we're all up to date. I think.
Okay. Really so the winner of the Book. We've had quite a few texts. I hope I haven't made a mistake here. I'm just glancing down because obviously it's closest to.
You have photocopied it, haven't you, before you give it away? Yeah.
I've taken all the pages out. It's just got blank pages in. Don't worry, that's fine. So the answer was 460. And the closest person who won this lovely book is our good friend, Liz Huxley.
Hey, and
Liz's guess was 470. So I think I've got that right. If anyone thinks I'm wrong, please text now, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. And if I am, well done, Liz. Congratulations. Yeah. And we'll either get that in the post or I'll bring it over to you or something because you're not far away. So good book.
Cool.
I'm sure you'll be able to put that to good use. Brilliant.
Yeah, excellent.
Right. Good. Okay. Where are we? Where have we been? What have we seen? I think. Hello.
So I'm just reading. Frankie said, yeah. Sorry, no, I was just reading Frankie's comment.
I thought your batteries had gone. I thought you were like the Duracell bunny, just like.
So the video we show at the end of all the entries of the it's just in a random order. They're not in any. They're not in any order of votes.
No, no. Basically, the way I do it, so it's three. Right, just to really boringly describe, just to show you how it's done. Everyone can send in a maximum of 3 pictures. I number them all as they come in: 1001, 2001, 3001. And then the next person is 1002, 2002, 3002. So the idea is you get 30, 40 people enter. I'm not showing the same person's photographs 3 in a row. They're just spread out at random through the whole thing. And then obviously I take out the semi-finalists and finalists and they go at the end. Yep. And I do this, like I did it literally about 3 hours ago. So I kind of have a pretty good look at the scores and usually it's okay. If it was really close, I'd have to just kind of guess. And if I was wrong, obviously wouldn't play it probably or something. But yeah, that's it. So it's completely random order. Right.
Excellent. So emails.
Yes. Well, I'll do emails in a minute. There's loads.
We forget emails every time. Now
no. I haven't forgotten. I've got Mo Jackson's asked. Mo Jackson's asked for the PDF charts. I'm going to send that through. I've got pictures from Frankie Robertson, pictures from Ian Dale. I've got the picture from Steve, the Rumsby picture. Thank you, Steve. And I've got pictures from Sean McQueen. So the pictures that we get through on the emails, I haven't got time to download them and resize them and so on. So we'll just play them live out of the email. So hopefully we'll know what they all are and they're all going to be the right way up and everything. But while I'm looking at that, do you want to do where you've been and what you've seen, Steve? Do your pictures.
Oh yeah, we'll whip through this bit quickly.
Cool.
So yeah, as Matt said, I've been rather busy this spring. It's my busiest time of year leading tours and day trips. So pretty much I haven't been around much, but where I have been, I'm just going to just share my screen. Hopefully you can see that.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Hopefully you
Sorry.
can see that.
I can. Oh, that's
can?
rather nice.
So this is so basically, I think since the last show, I've been to Mull,
Oh,
and this was northern Greece. Fantastic area for birding, where we had loads of Dalmatian pelicans. So this is a Dalmatian pelican. This lovely sort of punky hair, really good.
lovely.
Modeled on myself, really. Sorry. So yeah, Dalmatian pelicans, and what else did we see? Lovely eagle owl that we found nesting in a quarry. Had
Oh,
a couple of chicks. Quite a distant shot, but we found a nest, or we saw a nest with a couple of chicks, which was really nice. We had a boat trip out on the lake. Massive nesting colony of herons, egrets, cormorants, including spoonbills, a bit like Aberton, which is nice. So lots of
lovely.
spoonbills.
Yep. Yep.
We had a nice honey buzzard.
Very nice.
Decent. We had some nice raptors. So honey buzzard was one of them. The reed beds, lots of great reed warblers chuntering away.
Nice.
Good. What else did we have? Not just Dalmatian pelicans, but white pelican or great white pelican. This one
Oh, wow.
having a bit of a yawn,
Okay.
which is really nice. Incredibly good views of lesser spotted eagle.
God, that's lovely.
This one was so close.
That is absolutely. How close was that?
Probably 20, 30 meters away.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely
Yeah,
gorgeous.
They're normally quite shy, but this one just sat on a branch, which was
They sort of buzzard size, are they? Or a bit bigger?
bigger. Yeah, a bit bigger.
Bigger. Okay. Lovely.
Yeah, spotted eagle. From big to little, lesser spotted woodpecker.
Oh, very nice. Yep.
Nice views of lesser spark. What else did we have? Click on the mouse. So quite a special raptor of the area is the Levant sparrowhawk. So
Lovely.
not the closest shot, but male and female on a wire.
They're really smart birds, aren't they?
Yeah, really good. Pygmy cormorant.
Yeah.
You give it another couple of years, there'll be one of these in Britain.
I'd love to see one then. I think they look so cute.
They are really smart. Yeah, they're really cool. And again, this is in the breeding colony. And squacko herons. These two were having a bit of an argument.
Yep.
And then whiskered tern.
Nice.
So whip through that. And then last week, I think it was last week. Yeah, last week. Last week? I've no idea when it was. Last week. Yeah, it was in the. Yeah, it's busy like that. I was in the Camargue in the south of France, watching this short-toed snake eagle. Really good views of those.
That's really kind of really sort of tawny on the back, and like really pale on the back.
Yeah, normally you only see them from below, really, very barred and white, but you don't often see them upper part. So beautiful. This was just banking round and I managed to get a couple of shots. Good old roller bird.
Good old roller bird. Excellent.
Roller bird, yep.
Do love the rollers. Yep. Really nice.
Nice roller. Obviously, you can't go to the Camargue without seeing flamingos.
Right. That shot, I'm sorry, but that needs to go on a book or on the front of a talk or something. And your pelican one at the very beginning as well. Both great pictures. I love them both. Really nice. So
if Paul Everett's watching, I'll do a talk on the Camargue another year, and I'll use this picture. There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Melodious warblers were pretty common.
Nice.
Singing away. So nice melodious warbler. Purple heron.
Hey.
Lots of purple herons nesting, which was really good. And last but not least, I just put a butterfly in because this was a new butterfly for me. Spanish gatekeeper.
Oh, that's rather pretty.
Yeah, really nice. We were up in the hills, and these were quite numerous. I mean, the weather was really nice.
Yep.
So that's. Oh, that wasn't the last picture. And little bustard.
I beg your pardon.
Sorry, little bustard. talking to you. It'd be a great moment. Sorry.
Thanks, mate. Brilliant.
So yeah,
on,
little
on,
bastard.
on that note,
On that note, I'll stop
I think we had
sharing.
enough of your pictures. Thank you. They're brilliant, mate. They're really good.
Cheers,
I'll
mate.
tell
Yeah,
you
so
something,
that's.
that camera as well. I mean, you get. I know you've had it for a while now, but you're getting some cracking pictures of that camera.
I'm really, really pleased
Such
with
a
it.
step up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
I've just
lovely.
come back from south of England, Dorset, Isle of Wight, doing butterflies and birds, and I've got more shots to share. So if you want to see more of our shots, check out our Swallow Birding Facebook page or our X page, or just visit our website. Website's
Or
down here, actually. Look, somewhere down there.
yeah, www.swallowbirding.co.uk. And better still, don't just look at his photos. Go on one of the trips, then you can see the birds and take your own photos.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well said.
that's what you should be doing, definitely. Right, okay.
So what have you been up to, buddy?
Really not much to. I think my radius of travel has been about 50 miles, to be fair, so nothing like yours. But I think these pictures made you laugh when I posted them because you said to me, he takes his camera everywhere, that bloke. I do take my camera everywhere. It's always in the car, pretty much, all around my neck.
Oh, that's nice.
And we went down to Trent Park. Went to see Tina's family in sort of North London, northwest London, and Trent Park down there near Enfield. And there were just some mandarins on the pool, and I had the camera in the car, so I ran back and got it, and just get it down low. I just got down and put the camera on the ground really, and just took the pictures on the screen. And you get a really shallow depth of field if you get down low, and you get a nice blurry background.
Yep.
And then this mandarin was sort of drifting around, half asleep, and yeah, I was just really pleased with that picture. I like that. Similar thing, similar theme going on. This was at Alton Water, back at the end of April, sunny April.
I'm glad you got up from the floor. That was what I was more worried about.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say all your pictures were just going to be on the floor.
Yeah, I've just been crawling around all month, like commando style with my camera.
Style.
Yeah. So again, you could see actually it was drizzling. It was horrible weather, it was really grey, but this great crested grebe was obviously tucked away, thinking, "Blimmin' heck, when's the spring going to come?" So you can just get that nice shallow depth of field, can't you? Really works quite nicely. I like that. Then I know I put a yellow wagtail picture in last month from Ardley, but yeah, this one was ridiculous. Well, there was two there. There was both males. There was one which was the usual sort of yellowy, greeny, yellowy colour, but this one, I mean, it's like a sunflower. It's just ridiculous.
That's amazing.
So bright. And then at Old Hall, I went to Old Hall to try and catch up with the ring ousel that I presume was the one that was in John's video.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I missed it. But on the way out, I noticed these two jackdaws were just picking nesting material live off the back of this cow, which I just thought was quite interesting, really. I don't think I've seen that before. I'm sure it happens, but yeah, I hadn't noticed that behavior before, so I just took a picture. Make me laugh. Then on the 26th of April, I was at work and a ping came up on my phone. There was a pectoral sandpiper that was seen on the White Horse Marsh, which handily is directly between where I work and where I live. So I had my camera in the car.
You do.
And managed to get down there. It was a bit of a distance away, but yeah, got to see the peck. And I've only seen 4 or 5 pecks, I think, so quite pleased with that.
It's a good spring bird, actually.
Yeah, definitely. And then I've just included this one just to like it. It's a wren, but I just like it. It's posing quite nicely. It's got its tail cocked, which, we always love it when a wren sits like that. So there you go. That was at Ardley. And then went to Radness one evening, listening for nightingales and turtle doves, and the sunset came down. And sometimes when it's a clear sky there, you can sit in the hide and you get to view the sun coming down in the west, and the river goes golden. And there was a whimbrel just pecking around, and there was some brent geese behind, and I was waiting for the whimbrel on its own actually, but that was the best I could get with one brent goose in the background. But I just quite like the silhouette of the whimbrel with the sun coming down. And Radness again a few days later, managed to see my first turtle dove of the year, which I was really pleased with. That's nice. For anyone who's not sure of turtle dove in flight, you are looking for the tail. Really is a very giveaway size as well, but tail, grey underwing, and then you've got those white sort of tail feathers. It's like a diamond, black diamond set in white.
Stands out.
Yeah, beautiful. And this is also at Radness. It just made me laugh because this green woodpecker just sat there. It just sat there watching me. So I thought, okay, I'm going to really slowly raise my camera, and it was just going blinking at me through the branches. I don't know if it thought that I couldn't see it because it was behind branches, but just made me laugh.
I like that. It's a nice shot.
Yeah. And this one, I've got a huge thanks to say to John Ward for this, because John and I had a day up in the Brecks, and then we went up to the Norfolk coast to Blakeney. And Blakeney Marsh had had a purple heron, which is what we went to go and see. And first of all, we parked up in the main car park, and we ended up walking about 4 miles right around the entire marsh, without seeing the bird, I hasten to add. Then we found out that there's another pull-in that you can park for free and walk about 50 yards to where the bird was showing. So we came back later in the day, and luckily the bird showed. But the reason I got to thank John is because when it showed, I was scanning the reed bed with my scope, and it flew. And John shouted, "I've got it! It's flying!" So I've looked up from the scope, and obviously I'm looking up in the sky, and I couldn't see it, and it was actually gliding low across the meadow. But in my panic, because I've never seen one before, I completely missed it. Luckily, it landed before it walked into the reeds to the left there, and John pointed it out very quickly to me as it landed and managed to get some views of it. So, yeah, really, they're just really thin, aren't they? Like a snake almost.
They are. I mean,
Yeah.
they're a bit smaller than the grey heron, but yeah, cracking
Yep.
bird.
Yep.
Well done for getting a new bird. Excellent.
Yeah, no, pleased with that. And then we stopped off on the way through at the Breakfast. As I said, we got nice views of garden warbler,
That's
really
nice.
close. And this is the bird we stopped to see. This is tree pipit. John hadn't seen tree pipit before, so managed to find several tree pipits actually on the day. We got a bit bored of them by lunchtime, to be fair. We'd seen about a dozen, which was really nice actually. Obviously, I'm joking, we weren't bored. But they were all singing. They were displaying, singing in flight, and yeah, really lovely. And this one perched up very, very close to where we were standing, so I managed to get some pictures.
Lovely.
And then the swifts are back, of course. So hopefully everyone's noticed swifts and swallows and house martins are back. Have been for a while now. And these two were chasing each other around over Ardley Reservoir. So I thought I'd take their picture.
Yeah, that's nice. Not easy bird to photograph.
No, and the sun was just in the right place to kind of come off the underwing there, which was quite nice.
Yeah, beautiful.
Then we went to Abberton, and I was looking for hobbies and black terns and all sorts of things. But I had Tina with me, and Tina was watching these guys. And this was a coot nest. I think they've actually fledged now. They're bobbing around in the water at the moment. But this was right in front of one of the hides. And yeah, look at those little tiny coot chicks just being fed. They were so noisy.
Well, yeah, cute's different word, but anyway.
Oh, no, I think they're cute. They're lovely. Look at them with their little bald red heads and
Only a
little...
mother coot could love those.
And then we also managed to get nice views of barn owl at Abberton. Did a little
That's
flyby.
lovely.
I don't know what it's got a bit of dirt or something, I think, in its claws there.
Nice.
And then there was willow warbler, 2 willow warblers there singing, which is quite nice.
Seems like a big good year for willow warblers locally.
So good to get views of those at Abberton. And of course, did manage to find a hobby as well, and it flew right over my head, which was quite lucky. So got a picture of that.
Oh, that's nice.
And then finally finished up, managed to get some pictures of San Martin's fairly locally, not too far away. Really, really nice, just at the nest hole here in the sunlight.
Wonderful.
And then I just thought I'd put a fun picture in of
That's good. I like that. That's good.
the world's laziest common whitethroat. This common whitethroat was sat on this branch, didn't even bother standing up. It was singing, but just sat there like that. And its breast feathers had kind of formed I don't know, like a blanket or a skirt or something. But
Right.
and it was really close to the car, and I just stood there watching it, took its picture, and it just sat there singing at me. So yeah, that made me laugh.
Perhaps it's got no legs.
Oh, don't say that. No, it had been standing up. It had been standing up.
Right.
Yeah, it had been standing up. Also, how could it land on a branch with no legs?
That's a good point.
Thank you. Anyway, right. And finally, the final picture.
That's nice.
I know. Yeah, first brood of mallard. Oh my god, I've got mallard on the brain. Mute swan cygnets at Ardley Reservoir, and I spent quite a while actually stood there waiting for them to kind of all swim towards me to get a picture, and I was really pleased with the way that came out. I just think they're lovely.
That's lovely. Nice colours. I love that.
Yeah. And there we go. That's me done.
Well done. Well done.
Right, good. Okay. Where are we?
What we got? What we got?
Any feedback? Let me line up the pictures.
No, a few people saying that the blue tip picture was really good again. Yeah, just to say that the book, the Where to Watch Birds book, apparently is available on Amazon.
Oh,
22.
I'm so sorry. I completely forgot that. Yes, so you can. Oh, blimey neck. You can buy it on Bloomsbury and Amazon as well. Hang on. So Amazon Bloomsbury you can get it for £25.19, and Amazon I think you can get it for about the same sort of money. Let me
David
just
said
show.
22.99 on Amazon.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I think the official sellers, which David asked us to show, which I completely forgot. Thank you, whoever sent that in. Is Bloomsbury Publishing, and it's on there at 25.19. But obviously, other retailers are available. So have a good old Google for it. It's a really decent book, and it's if you want to know where to go, if you're fed up with going to all the normal places you go to, and you want to find somewhere different, grab a copy of this book. It's definitely worth getting.
And also available as an ebook as well,
Yes.
which is really handy nowadays.
Right, there we go. Goodness
Well
me, I completely forgot to do that in the first half. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Ray Watson said, great set of pictures from us both. So thanks, guys, for the nice comments.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Right. Shall we share some pictures from people?
Yep, let's do that because what time is we've got 20. We could get this done in less than 2 hours.
20 minutes. We've got 20 minutes and then the meter runs out. Right, here we go.
Yep.
So we've got some pictures that these are the email ones to start with. So pictures that Frankie sent in, and these are all going to be behind my camera, but I think that's a black tern.
Yep, I'm just learning around the corner as well, around my camera.
Yeah.
Nice black tern.
Swallow, barn swallow.
Yep.
Yellow wagtail, maybe?
Yeah, yellow wagtail.
Nice male. Yeah, very nice. Literally, they're all behind. Oh, that one's not. Common white throat.
White throat. Yeah, nice.
Very nice. Very nice. We've got a male black cap.
I just like that.
Lovely. And we've got is that a raven, do you reckon?
I'd say probably raven. Yeah.
Looks a bit raveny, doesn't it? Looks like he's got a big bill and it looks a bit lanky, a bit long-winged. Yep. Yeah. Chiffy.
Yeah, dark legs, chiff chaff, yep.
Yeah, chiff chaff, I reckon. It might be willow. I reckon I'd go on chiff chaff, I think, probably. Can't see the wings or the eyes or anything, but yeah. Chiffy. And a red leg partridge. Yum yum. Lovely. They're really nice. Oh, and there you go.
Oh, turtle dove.
Very topical turtle dove. As we know, they're all in now, purring away. And a sedge warbler.
Yep, sedgy. Yep, lovely.
Okay, that's all the ones from Frankie. Thank you very much indeed. Then we're going to have from Ian Dale. This is.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep, a couple of buzzard pictures. Gorgeous.
Oh,
absolutely gorgeous. Thank you very much for those. Really, really nice. Thank you. Obviously showing these live, so apologies about that. And we've got from Ian Dale as well, I think. Yep.
A wall creeper. Sorry, goldfinch.
A gold-winged wall creeper. Yeah, goldfinch. That's quite unusual for a goldfinch to be clinging on the wall like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. And grey wagtail. Very nice.
Lovely.
Male grey wag. Lovely. With a spider.
Mm.
A spider, or is that just a collection?
It's a collection of stuff.
Yeah, collection of lots of things. Sorry, it looked like a spider to start with. That's a banded demoiselle male, I think, isn't it?
Well done. Yeah, you're getting good.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's a cracker. That's a cracker.
These are all live identification problems, right? Okay, I know what this one is. Well done, thanks, Steve. Yeah, that's Ben Rumsby's picture that was in British Birds in May. Well done, Ben. Nice shot of the myrtle warbler there.
Yeah, lovely bird that is.
Definitely well worth travelling for, I reckon. And then finally, we have from Sean McQueen, we've got.
Oh wow!
Oh, is that crow? That's a crow chasing a heron. That's not a ray. That's I reckon. Yeah.
Bit of grief. Yeah.
Carrion crow mobbing a grey heron. And a mallard. Excellent.
Oh, very topical.
Yep, definitely female mallard. And Chetty's warbler. Yeah, lovely.
Beautiful. Well,
very nice. Very nice. And again, nice out in the open picture of Chetty's. Lovely. Unless he impaled it on the thorns and took its picture afterwards, which if he did that, hopefully he didn't do that.
The thing is, how do they know not to put their toes between because that's probably landed on there.
I know. It's mad, isn't it?
If I landed on there, I'd have impaled myself, like you said.
To be honest with you, that's probably why they sing so loud, because they land on the thorn and then go, da, 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 da. Yeah. Oh dear, I think it's getting late. Right, okay.
It's getting late.
Let's get rid of that. Right. Um, so we're
So,
going to do pictures from other people now. We've got lots of pictures to go through. We'll go through them really quickly. Hold on. Viewers, pictures. Here we go. Right. These are the ones that I kind of resized and got beforehand. So moving forwards next month, or well, not next month, in August, if anyone does want to send us in pictures, if you can send them in before the show, then instead of showing them with an email in the background and so on live, which is the only way we can do it, we can show them
yeah.
resized and nicely. So this is a pair of, well, it might not be a pair, but it looks like a pair of common terns, and that was sent in by Graham Mee
Nice.
on the end of the pier. Also from Graham. Now, he has told us that one of these birds is real and one of these birds is fake. So what I want to know is, how did the kingfisher get the fake sparrow on its head?
That's amazing. That sparrow looks almost real. Wow.
I like that. That's a good picture. Thank you. Thanks, Graham. Then these are from Jan. Jan Lewis. That was 24 Arctic terns on the 3rd of May at Hanningfield.
Oh,
And
that's
this
nice.
is 5 of them. And then the next picture, I think there's another 3. Yep, there we go.
Wow.
So Arctic tern, really sort of just long bills and pale wings and little black edge on the end. Not easiest to identify, but I think when you get a group like that, it probably makes it easier, doesn't it? Yeah.
Nice shots they are.
Now this is a picture that Lauren Hooper sent in. And Lauren had actually, she said, just thought you'd like to see a shot of me repping the EBWS jumper out in the field at a red-spotted blue throat twitch in Grutness, Shetland. The
Yeah.
bird is just above my left ear, although you can't see it in the shot. Okay, so it's just in there somewhere. The bird showed beautifully near the pools, and lots of birders were able to get on it during the few days it was there. We also had a fall of 64 recorded redback strike in one day last week. I went from only ever having seen one distant glimpse to seeing 3 in one day, and even finding my own bird around Quendale Mill. And
Wow.
she's finished by saying, hope Essex is putting up some interesting species this spring. Happy spotting, and I hope to see you on YouTube again soon. So there you go.
Well done, Lauren. That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks for
That's a
sending that in,
really-
and thanks for spreading the word. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. That's a really good birding site, Crookness Pier. Really good.
Good stuff. I've never been up there. I need to get up there, really, don't I? I've got
Really
to do
good
that.
for Arctic terns. Arctic terns breed just
Oh.
there as well. So
Okay.
yeah.
Good practice. Right. Then we have from Paul Daughtry at Fingering Hoe. We've got a turtle dove. Lovely. Thank you very much, Paul. We have another black tern, and this was at Russell Green.
Good.
The little reservoir at Russell Green.
Yeah,
Pretty
nice
good.
little
Yeah,
man bird.
definitely. And then Pete Dwyer sent in a couple of grey wagtail pictures from Sybil Hedingham. Nice male grey wagtail with, again, a beak puller. Oh, that's a, what kind of damselfly is that? I don't know.
Blue tail. I can't tell really. Blue tail. Oh, no, it's
That's a green. That's one of the greens, isn't it?
yeah,
Think-
can't really tell. It's very difficult.
Anyway, right. Okay, sorry. Excellent. Thanks for that, Pete.
I think
And
it's
then-
I think it's 2 damselflies there.
I think there is definitely. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
bluey one, and this is. I'm sure this is one of the greens, but I don't know which
Male
one.
and a female probably.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, right. And then Richard Chu sent in some nice pictures. So it's a beautiful red fox. He's actually put on his message. I think I mentioned to you that he'd be away traveling to, from, and around Slovenia. He's tried to pick a country that maybe Steve hasn't been to. Have you been to Slovenia?
No, have I been to Slovenia? Been near? No, never been there.
Oh, there you go. And more importantly, he will be watching and hopefully photographing brown bears and alpine mountain birds,
Oh,
none of
no,
which he sees too often in Essex.
I think he messaged in earlier to say, I've got to find the message now, which is terribly. I think he saw brown bear.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. Well, the pictures he sent in, you've got red fox at Langdon, got a wheatear at Old Lodge in Sussex, marsh harrier at Minsmere. These are lovely pictures, Richard. Really nice pictures. Thank you. Common lizard at Minsmere.
Oh, that's nice as well.
Beautiful, yeah. Avocet at Minsmere. Little egret also at Minsmere, showing his lovely yellow feet. Got black grouse at World's End, Lecking. Very nice. A gorgeous photo of a red squirrel at Dingle Nature Reserve in Llanelli, Anglesey.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you. Then red kites at Nacht Arian or something like that near
Yeah.
Powys.
Spoken like a native, that was.
Brilliant.
Spoken like a native.
Nice group of red kites there. Then you got a nuthatch. It was also near Powys. And that's at Gilfack near Rayadere.
Yeah, really, yeah. Good place, Gilfack. Yeah, really
Common
good.
redstart there as well. And also there we got a pied flycatcher. And then
Lovely.
finally in Pembrokeshire at St Govan's Head, you've got a chuff, red-billed chuff, and a great white egret to finish with at RSPB Ham Wall.
Lovely.
So that is all the pictures from everyone else. Which
Well
is great.
done. Well done to everyone that sent stuff in. That's really good.
Yeah, and very quickly, coming back to Richard Allen's exhibition, I'd forgotten I printed off a little message from him. There'll be liner cuts, paintings, prints, along with his Garden Birds book and cards. And he's done many of the illustrations for the newly revamped museum. It's well worth a visit. Yeah. That's at the Naze Tower up in northeast Essex. Right. Finally, we're nearly at the end, aren't we? I think.
Yeah, Sean Mulqueen mentioned, he said no Chetty's warblers were harmed in taking that photo.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I was worried for a minute, you know.
I still think I'm right on the old call, though, definitely.
No, I think
You can imagine it, can't you? Yeah.
there'll be a survey in about 20 years' time.
Every time that anyone watching tonight hears a Chetty's warbler, you're going to think of that picture and it's sitting on a load of thorns. I guarantee you, the next time you hear one, that's what's going to go through your mind.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Anyway, sightings. So we're going to do a very, 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 very brief roundup of sightings, aren't we? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, so yeah, we've just picked out the rarer stuff for this month. I'm doing the south of the county as usual. Bowers Marsh has been pretty good with spoonbill, pink-footed goose, which is a good record for the county. Black-winged still earlier in the month, and wood sandpiper, again another good spring bird. On the subject of turtle doves, Wakering Stairs has had turtle dove, which was again good southeast record. Blue House Farm, a couple of Temic stints and Gargany mid-month. And as we saw earlier with Jan Lewis's pictures of Arctic terns, so Arctic terns at Hanningfield, plus 5 black terns and osprey this month. Shoebury Nest had an adult male pallid harrier over, which is incredibly good spring bird. Shame it didn't linger, but I think whoever saw that did very well.
I wonder if it's the one that was at Wallasey last year for a while. You never know.
Could be. Could be. Never know. Two Tree Island, there was a report of a marsh warbler last month. Don't know quite what came of that, but that was there. And then Tilbury, East Tilbury this month had Temic stint and 2 black-winged stilts very briefly.
Oh, nice.
Last weekend. So yeah. So you know, few stilts, you know, some nice birds in the south of the county.
Cool, good stuff. So up in the sort of more northern part of the county, on the 1st of May, we had Abberton, 4 black terns, and the number rose to 9 on the 12th of May. At Old Hall, or also on the 1st of May, there was a lesser yellow legs found by somebody.
Yeah, no idea who that was.
Yeah, don't know who that was. No, well done, mate. That was a really good find. Really good find.
Thank you, mate.
Lesser yellow legs is a great bird. On the 2nd of the month at Holland Haven, there was a citrine wagtail, which is my other lifer of the year so far. So luckily it popped up on my day off and I was at Abberton, I think, and I managed to jump in the car and drive over to Holland and managed to see it. So
good.
Distant views, but a cracking little bird, really colourful. 5th of May, Abberton, 2 white storks. So interestingly, we think it's possibly the one that's been hanging around Stanway for the last couple of years, but it looks like it's got a friend. So that's quite interesting. 9th of May at Old Hall, there was Temmink stint and 2 wood sandpipers. 12th of May at the Naze, there was also Temmink stint and 5 hawfinch fly over, which is quite a good Essex record this time of year. 13th of May at Holland Haven, there was also Temmink stint. So I think there's been a little kind of influx of Temminks, haven't there?
Yep, which is good.
And then on the 18th of May, for one day only, there was a male redback shrike at Holland Haven. 21st of May at the Naze, there was a great reed warbler, not easy to say. And that was seen for one day, but I think it's been kind of reported again the last 24 hours, but
yeah, I'm not sure whether
seen
it's
again. I'm not sure.
erroneous or what, but
I don't know. But certainly it was there for a day. I think Daryl Sale found that, so well done, Daryl. Good bird. 24th of May at Holland, there was a Slavonian grebe in breeding plumage showing just off the sluice on the sea. And then finally, on the 26th at the Naze, was that yesterday? What's the date today? I've got no idea what's going on.
Thursday.
Oh, okay, right. So 26th of May at the Nave, there was another redback shrike. And to finish with, Paul Brayshaw has sent in a summary. Thanks, Paul. And he's put on here nothing too notable, but the runs and dog walks through Holland Haven have been more productive on the birdwatching front. The late departure of Brent has totaled 1,797 to date, with 922 birds leaving on the 17th. Whilst 424 common scoter in a month is a good peak. A good total, with a peak of 233 on the 9th. However, waders were generally poorly represented, with only 80 whimbrel, whilst 22 ring plover and 31 sandling are more typical. Feeding whimbrel on the golf course peaked at 52 on the 1st. Divers included 3 red throats and a lovely summer plumage great northern on the 18th, with other notable records being an Arctic skewer on the 20th, 13 fulmar, 34 gannet, 71 kittiwake, 87 sandwich tern, 2 black terns on the 11th, and 2 little terns on the 9th. Diurnal passage movement has been poor, with only 225 swift, 258 swallow, 33 goldfinches, 63 linnets, and 14 siskin. So whilst it feels like the spring passage offshore is over, the first returning curlew is normally seen in late May or early June, and so starts up to 6 months of autumn passage.
Wow.
Mad, isn't it? So autumn,
Yeah.
the birds are going to be kind of on their way back on their autumn journeys within the next month or so, I guess.
Yeah, there's a few swifts. Apparently, non-breeders are going back south now. So
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
I mean, the sun's hardly come out so far this year, has it? As we were saying earlier on, it's mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy world.
Right. I think we're there. What's the time? 25 past 9. We said half 9, didn't we?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
So it's pretty good going, I think.
Yeah, bye then.
Goodbye.
So yeah, I mean, anything on the feedback? I'll just check the emails quickly.
No, nothing of any note. No,
Okay.
we're all good.
Nothing on the emails either. I think I've covered them all, which is a first. So
Well
that's
done.
good. So just reminders, really. Don't forget, if you want to come to Hickling Broad on the 9th of June, add yourself to the waiting list, and you might get lucky. There's the under 25s ringing demo on the 23rd of June at Wat Tyler Country Park. Please email ebwsyouth@gmail.com if you're interested in attending that. We've got the BBO work party on the 30th of June. So email me, info.ebws@gmail.com, if you can attend that. The summer photo competition will be starting sometime soon. There's going to be we'll be back in August, won't we?
Well, yep.
And we hopefully will have a pop-up between now and then if we can fit something in. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Because we're both a bit busy, but yeah, we plan to do something hopefully.
Yep.
I think that's it, isn't it?
Yep. And
and Richard's thing, yeah, the Naze. Go to the Tower of the Naze, the exhibition. Yes,
of course.
And the Highlands Birding Day on the 16th of June. Highlands Estate, the birding book day. Yes.
Yep. There's lots going on in the next few months, which is really good. David Gotts, Paul Everett, and Sarah Henson Webb said thanks for a great show tonight. So so thanks for everyone for watching again.
Yes.
And obviously people like your t-shirt because there's 30 thumbs up.
There you go. Maybe I'll wear it again next month.
Yeah, I'd wash it first.
Oh, okay, all right. Right, we're going to play out with a video. The video is going to be all of the entries in the photo competition set to music. Every photo, it's all random, as I said before, apart from the bits at the end. Every photo's got the species and the name on. So hopefully we can all enjoy this. Steve and I are going to say goodbye until August. We're going to go and have a well-earned summer break and do a bit of dragonfly and butterfly and bird watching and bits and pieces. Don't forget to go on Steve's website, swallowbirding.co.uk. If you want to go on any of his local birding days over the summer, he's still going to be working. You can join him and find some good stuff and get some good pictures and so on and so forth. Take care when you're taking pictures, respect the wildlife, enter the summer competition, and just have fun. We'll see you in the autumn. Yep.
Enjoy the photographic competition.
Yes. Here we go. Right. We'll say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.